Have you ever heard the Philippines called the most sinful country? It's a pretty strong thing to say, often coming from exciting news stories and popular social media posts that show a big dramatic picture, but don't tell the whole story. Even though it's a very Catholic country, this label sticks around because it seems to point out a contradiction between being religious and how people actually live their lives every day. But these judgments often miss the cultural background. What people from outside see as something bad is often just about community, having fun, or just trying to get by. As we look closer, let's move past the big headlines and find out the real stories behind this label. Meet Mang Jun, a jeepney driver who has spent decades weaving through the vibrant, chaotic streets of Manila. Every day, from the first light of dawn until the city glows with neon at night, Mang Jun navigates the endless traffic, the honking horns, and the ever-changing faces that fill his jeepney. He's more than just a driver. He's a silent witness to the city's daily dramas, a friend to regular passengers, and a lifeline for those who rely on public transport to get to work, school, or home. Mang Jun helps strangers with a smile, offering a hand to the elderly, sharing a joke with tired workers, and always making sure his passengers feel safe. At home, he's a devoted father and husband, quietly providing for his family, making sacrifices so his children can dream bigger than he ever could. His kindness is quiet but constant, a thread that ties his family and community together. Then there's Aling Nena, a market vendor whose stall is a familiar sight in the neighborhood. She's up before sunrise, arranging fresh produce and chatting with customers who have become friends over the years. Through laughter, advice, and the occasional freebie for those in need, Aling Nena builds trust and connection, her strong spirit shining through even on the toughest days. When a fire swept through the market, destroying her small shop, it was her neighbors who came together to help her rebuild. Their generosity and teamwork turned tragedy into hope, showing how community spirit can overcome even the harshest setbacks. Mike, a young man working the night shift at a bustling call center, is another face in Manila's crowd. While the city sleeps, he answers calls from across the world, his voice calm and professional, even as he fights off fatigue. For many, this job might seem thankless or even sinful, but for Mike, it's a sacrifice he willingly makes to support his family and give them a better future. The long hours and missed family gatherings are the price he pays for his loved ones' comfort and education. His story is one of quiet resilience, of doing what needs to be done, even when it means putting his own dreams on hold. These stories aren't about wrongdoing or failure, they're about survival, hope, and the everyday courage it takes to keep moving forward. In the face of hardship, these Filipinos find ways to smile, to help each other, and to believe in better days ahead. It's the small, often unnoticed choices, sharing a meal, lending a hand, forgiving a debt, that reveal the true character of people living in Manila's bustling streets. For millions, life here is a delicate balance of hardship and happiness, of chasing big dreams while shouldering heavy responsibilities. Each day brings new challenges, but also moments of joy and laughter that make it all worthwhile. Outsiders might look at Manila and see only the chaos, the poverty, or the struggle. They might judge without understanding the strength it takes to live here, or the pride that comes from overcoming adversity. But every Filipino carries a world of stories, stories of love, sacrifice, and resilience that can't be captured in stereotypes or simple labels. Each face in the crowd has a journey worth telling. The real Philippines is found in these everyday acts of toughness and generosity, in the quiet heroism of ordinary people who make the city come alive with hope, compassion, and the unbreakable spirit of community. The Filipino smile is famous, instantly recognizable, and often described as warm, genuine, and infectious. It's a symbol that has traveled the world, seen in airports, on city streets, and in the faces of millions of overseas Filipino workers. But behind every smile, there's a deeper story, one that goes far beyond simple happiness. For Filipinos, smiling isn't just about showing joy. It's a quiet act of strength, a way to face life's challenges with dignity and hope. Even in the toughest moments, when money is tight, when work is hard, or when loved ones are far away, the smile remains. It's a shield, a comfort, and sometimes a silent message to others. We'll get through this together. What outsiders might see as chaos or disorder in the Philippines is often a unique kind of order, one built on community, cooperation, and resourcefulness. In busy markets, crowded streets, and lively barangays, people look out for each other. There's an unspoken understanding that everyone is connected, and that helping one another is simply part of daily life. The stereotype that Filipinos are lazy couldn't be further from the truth. Every day, millions of Filipinos work tirelessly, both at home and abroad. Overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, leave their families behind to provide for them, taking on difficult jobs in unfamiliar places. At home, people juggle multiple roles, working long hours just to make ends meet. From teachers shaping young minds, to farmers tending the land, to call center agents working through the night, Filipinos show resilience and dedication in every field. Their hard work is a testament to their love for family and community. Filipino hospitality isn't just for show, it comes from a deep-rooted desire to make others feel welcome and cared for. Whether it's offering food to a guest or opening their homes to friends and strangers alike, Filipinos go out of their way to make everyone feel like family. This generosity isn't about appearances, it's about genuine kindness and a belief that happiness grows when it's shared. Even when resources are scarce, families share what little they have. In small villages and big cities alike, you'll find people coming together over simple meals, laughing and telling stories, finding joy in togetherness rather than material wealth. These cultural traits, resilience, hospitality, and kindness, aren't just surface-level customs. They are the foundation that helps Filipinos survive and thrive, especially in times of hardship. When disaster strikes, communities unite, rebuilding homes and spirits side by side. Stereotypes miss how deep and complex the Filipino spirit is. There's a quiet strength, a sense of humor, and a hopefulness that runs through every smile and every act of kindness. The truth is much richer than any made-up story. The Filipino smile is not just a mask, it's a window into a culture built on love, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds of community. News about crime often shapes how people see the Philippines, but the real situation is more complicated. Most Filipinos live peaceful lives, with daily worries focused on traffic, prices, and jobs, not violence. Local communities keep things in order through officials and volunteer watchmen, showing how people take responsibility at the local level. Exciting stories of crime hide the strength and self-policing found in neighborhoods all over the country. Yes, there are problems, but the idea of a country without laws is blown out of proportion. The real story is one of opposites. Struggles, yes, but also safety, order, and community. The truth is somewhere between the headlines and what really happens every day. When people think of Filipino nightlife, they often imagine a world of dazzling neon lights, bustling city streets, and the vibrant energy of Manila after dark. But the truth is, nightlife in the Philippines is much more than just the glitz and excitement of certain districts or the stereotypes you might see in movies and travel blogs. It's a tapestry woven from countless stories, traditions, and everyday moments that reveal the real heart of Filipino culture. For most Filipinos, the essence of nightlife isn't found in exclusive clubs or wild parties. Instead, it's about gathering with family and friends, singing karaoke in the comfort of your own home, and sharing simple meals that turn into hours of laughter and storytelling. Whether it's a group of friends enjoying street food under the glow of a lamppost, or families coming together after a long week to unwind, these moments are what truly define the Filipino night. Of course, there are those who work in the more commercial side of nightlife: bartenders, club staff, street vendors, and performers. For many, these jobs are not about chasing excitement or living on the edge, but about providing for their loved ones. Their nights are spent working hard, often sacrificing their own rest and leisure so that their families can have a better life. It's a side of nightlife that's rarely shown, but it's just as important as any party scene. These stories remind us that the nightlife here is layered and morally complex. It's not simply about indulgence or escape, but about resilience, responsibility, and the choices people make to support those they care about. Every face in the crowd has a story, and every night brings its own set of challenges and hopes. The real magic of Filipino nightlife is found in the small, everyday places: living rooms filled with music, roadside eateries where families share a meal, and community basketball courts where neighbors gather to play and cheer each other on. These are the spaces where connections are made, where joy is found in the simplest things, and where the warmth of Filipino hospitality shines brightest. If we only focus on the wild or sensational side of nightlife, we miss the true spirit of Filipino evenings, the laughter of children playing in the street, the comfort of family, and the sense of belonging that comes from being together. There's an innocence and warmth at the heart of Filipino social life that deserves to be celebrated. In the end, nighttime in the Philippines is about community, togetherness, and the simple joys that bring people closer. It's a celebration of life, not just a story of temptation or excitement, but a reflection of the values and connections that make Filipino culture truly special. The Philippines is very Catholic, and faith is seen everywhere, from big churches to daily routines. Yet the same religious person might gossip or take shortcuts, not because they are fake, but because they are human. Religion here is practical and personal, a source of hope in hard times, not a guarantee of being perfect. Filipino spirituality mixes Catholicism with old local beliefs, creating a special, flexible way of looking at the world. The struggle between faith and human weaknesses is something everyone faces, not a problem with the country itself. The country's sins show the challenge of trying to live up to high ideals, not a lack of faith. In the Philippines, religion is a way to find forgiveness and try to be better. Family is the super strong base of Filipino life, going far beyond just parents and children. When tough times hit, it's family that steps in, giving emotional and money help. Filipinos working abroad go through hard times to lift their whole extended family out of poverty. Their sacrifices, coming from a shared goal. Respect for older family members and their opinions shapes big life choices, building a sense of belonging and responsibility. The family is the main place to learn good values, and the ultimate safe haven. Talking about sin misses how important family is in making Filipinos who they are. To understand the Philippines, you must understand the power of family. Beyond family, the spirit, which means working together and being kind as a community, defines Filipino society. You see it when neighbors help after disasters, when strangers guide each other, and in small, everyday acts of generosity. These aren't just exchanges, but real ways of showing shared humanity. Being open to strangers is common, showing a culture that values connecting with others more than being alone. The spirit is a strong answer to the sinful label, showing a society built on caring for others. Community is something people actually do, not just talk about, giving strength in hard times. The true richness of the Philippines is found in its kindness. So, is the Philippines the most sinful country? Absolutely not. That label is a shallow, unfair picture, ignoring how deep, strong, and warm the nation truly is. Faith, family, and community are much more important than the bad things outsiders point out. Real problems exist, but they actually show the strength and hope of the Filipino spirit. The beauty of the Philippines is in how its people face imperfections with grace and courage. To call it sinful is to miss the amazing picture, the lively, inspiring reality of over 100 million stories. The Philippines keeps going, smiles and helps, proving its humanity, not its sinfulness. That is the true heart of the Filipino people.